Welcome back, all. Now, if you aren't keen, get fucking keen. How you going, Andy?
Get keen to make him keen. I'm good, bruh.
Yeah,
How are you?
good, thank you. And like, comment, and subscribe.
Hell yeah.
I think we're going to mention it about 5 times throughout this video. So
maybe even more.
yeah. So a second time, like,
spread the
comment,
word.
and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
So today's topic, or today's article that we're breaking down is from The Print. And the topic is, or the title is, I went undercover with women social media extremists. They want traditional roles to return.
Sure, and went on maybe the Reddit or something.
Let's go into it, shall we? Where do you think you fall on the sexual market value scale? Kim asks me. I Google sexual market value. Sexual market value is a measure of desirability for sex in the eyes of a person of the opposite sex, according to the online male supremacist community. Men going their own way, MGTOW. Don't know, I confess. How would I? Well, it's hard to judge yourself, and often we don't know exactly how we are perceived. It's not uncommon to inflate or devalue one's attractiveness. But as a woman, it is often said our sexual market value goes up if we control our weight. Fucking, that's true.
That's true.
100%.
That's
100%.
True, shave your phone off.
Sorry, need to have my phone on silent. She adds, ultimately, your sexual market value can only really be told to you by men, and even then it's subjective. You might be an 8 to one guy and a 5 to another. Yeah, no shit. Of course you would be. That's where hypergamy kicks in. Of course.
No,
So,
she's saying like...
yeah, of course. Of course, some guy's gonna perceive her as being a 10 or even a 16 out of 10.
Yeah, maybe 11.
Yeah, but 100%. If you don't control your weight, women, of course you're gonna lose sexual market value. Like, your sexual market value is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I see. So do you know yours? Kim tells me that she went from a size 20 to a size 14 in 1 year after joining the Red Pill Women. What the hell? Red Pill Women? Didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
A female anti-feminist community on the discussion platform Reddit. I am sure it helped since I am treated differently. But I am not stopping traffic or anything. My face is average or even below average, which probably keeps my sexual market value low even though I'm skinny now.
I see she's actually listening to the advice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's interesting. I thought she was going to full bash it. Let's keep going.
No, that's good. This is like sort of a red pill girl that you want.
Yeah.
I stare at her brutal self-evaluation. This is a typical discussion in the forum. Kim is one of roughly 30,000 self-described red pill women, or traditional wives. Like the MGTOW men's right activists, these women perceive gender roles as the result of sexual economics. The heterosexual community, they believe, should be seen as a marketplace where women are sellers and men buyers of sex. A woman's single most important resource is therefore, according to them, her sexual market value.
Yeah, but the men have sexual market value as well. They're trying to act like, it's only the girls that we look at like...
No, they're trying to turn the
price.
tides.
Yeah, they're trying to act like it doesn't go both ways.
They're trying to act like they're in like short supply of men. Like, yeah, and it's like if their sexual market value is down, they're not going to get any men. It's like, what are you talking about? No. Even if your sexual market value is down, it's still times 10 what men's sexual market value is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if their sexual market value goes down, they're still going to have a plentiful supply of men.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if their sexual market value goes down.
Yeah, no, but they're trying to paint in a picture of like men, the buyers of the girls.
Yeah.
And then we rate them, so they got to like be good for us. But really, they're judging us harsher than we could judge them.
Yeah, exactly.
We could say, you may need to lose weight, but what are they saying for us? I need to earn 6 figures, need to be over 6 foot, need to be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all these things.
It's like
they acting like they don't judge guys like that. Like,
you aren't 6'5", and then we go, well, you aren't, you don't weigh 60 kilos, you weigh 80 kilos, and they go, what does that matter? Like, you see that all the time on Instagram. Yeah, it's like, why can't I judge you by your weight, and you judge me, and then you can judge me by my height. Sorry. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you on about?
They're just not. Yeah, they're not acting like it goes both ways.
Yeah, but they're not thinking with their head. Yeah, they got a one-eyed view. Anyway, so we'll continue on this. Okay. I'm gonna highlight.
Yeah. Read
so,
on.
All right, I'm gonna highlight the whole paragraph.
Yeah.
This radically simplistic view of gender relations is used to legitimize the objectivization of women, to make it acceptable, even necessary, to rate, trade and replace women like market goods. Oh my God. This
Yeah,
is now
so-
this is now my third week talking to the traditional wives, and I've started to get used to their endorsement of openly misogynist statements. Women's highest value to men is her sexual value, and she's most valuable when she's in her sexually pristine state. I am repeatedly told. Dude, they're like trying to say, they're trying to paint women in like this, like they're getting attacked again.
Yeah, these girls actually trying to help him, and she's like, oh, they're saying misogynist stuff because they're saying I need to lose weight to get guys. It's like,
Yeah, and
they're just listening to guys, and
and
they're trying to give you help
Exactly.
about what guys want in a woman.
It's right, and of course we're going to lose interest in a woman once she's lost her sexual, once she's gone past her prime. Women can't maintain it because they don't have anything else to offer generally, because they're too worried about their looks their whole lives. They're only into hobbies that are relative to their looks and materialistic things. So when they lose their sexual prime, what else do they have to offer? It's not. I'm not trying to attack. I'm not trying to attack them. I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to say they should be looking into other things and should be improving themselves in other areas of their lives.
Like cooking.
Yeah.
Nah, but like that's realistic.
Yeah, I know.
Because
But
if they're doing that, then it keeps
no,
the
but
guy
if they
keeps us happy.
if they still have a good job that
But guys don't care about money that much.
No, but if they can I'm saying for their own self development as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll continue on. To see where you stand in terms of sexual value, Kim recommends trying some apps that allow you to get rated anonymously. From the old school hot or not to a more sophisticated attractiveness rating service on PhotoFeeler. Well, PhotoFeeler doesn't sound overly too good, but I don't know what PhotoFeeler is. We might need to look it up.
What a name, bro.
To see where you stand in terms of your sexual value. It's like, I don't even know why you would need to go and do that.
They're probably just doing it for free validation.
But that's what I'm saying. Why does a man should just be confident in himself, right?
Yeah.
And he walks. That's what we teach. That's what we preach, and that's what all these coaches preach. You should walk around and be comfortable in yourself. This just proves that women are looking for that external validation.
Yeah.
They have to go to these sites. They have to go to Instagram. They have to be on social media apps just to get validation about whether or not they're good or not. And whether or not they'll fit in. Anyway. All right. I'm going to highlight, like Andrew said. Okay, but what about other factors like being funny, educated, or having exotic passions? I ask, half knowing the answer.
Okay, here we go. That's what they say.
All right. Oh, come on. Health, age, and femininity are the single most important qualities that appeal to men, Kim says. Education, career, or workplace does not influence a woman's sexual market value, just like Andrew stated. Think about it. They don't enhance the sexual satisfaction of her male partner. This is in line with MGTOW's assessments. The sexual market value of a woman is given by birth, and her achievements in life do little to increase it, they claim.
Which is true. That's why I see the billionaires like Oprah not pulling in as many guys as Dan Bilzerian pulling girls, even though he doesn't even have that much money compared to her. And
exactly.
He's not as successful and has the same status that she does.
Do you think that's because Oprah believes
she's not that hot? She's not hot.
No, but Oprah comes.
Not that hard. It's like,
but no, but Oprah thinks that men will be okay.
What do you mean?
In the back of her mind, if this says anything, it says that women think that men can look after themselves no matter what, even if they don't have as much money as another girl, that they'll be okay. Whereas women struggle.
Yeah, but this is sexual market value.
No, but I understand that. But they're saying that education, career, or workplace doesn't influence a woman's sexual market value. So we're only looking for
whether a little bit.
We're only looking for whether or not they're in good condition. That's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. So
it doesn't make a difference that much.
So
if
that's
why a surgeon or if she's a janitor.
That's what I'm saying.
If she's a 10 out of 10 compared to a 7 out of 10, the guy's going to go for the 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Even if she's a janitor. But if the guy was a surgeon, a cardiac heart surgeon, compared to the janitor, might be 7 out of 10 guy compared to 10 out of 10 looks and janitor.
Yeah.
She's going to choose the surgeon, bro.
So that's why. So basically, that's why women place so much stress on their looks.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy.
100%.
It's crazy. Anyway, all right. Oh, and your sexual market value also goes down if your N count goes up, a woman named Marie adds. The what count? I ask her, starting to feel a little stupid. Oh, come on. It's like, how don't you know what N count means?
Well, I don't know what it means.
What do you mean? Numbers of N count just means how many guys you've slept with.
Sure. No, that's what I thought it was. But I'm like, what the hell does N mean?
Yeah. The N count, her cock count, Marie explains, while being sexually experienced may increase the sexual pleasure of her male partner. Being sexually inexperienced actually increases satisfaction. Marie is in her early 30s, and married. Apart from being a good wife, she sees her mission as giving tips on dating, relationships, and marriage to fellow Red Pill women on Reddit. She appears to be one of the most frequently consulted coaches in the community. Many women drill her with questions ranging from how do female duties upon pregnancy and childbirth. How do females' duties change upon pregnancy and childbirth? To is chastity before marriage necessary?
So this is pretty much saying the thing I take away from that is Mary's married.
Yeah.
Which you don't see a lot for some of the girls that try and act like, oh, this is how you're supposed to go with a guy, but they're giving you all these feminist style tips.
Yeah.
Or what they're telling that how men should act to treat girls.
Yeah.
Those girls are really single.
Definitely.
Usually single.
Definitely.
This girl's married, so she...
That's where women should be taking the advice from.
This is what you should see her... Like, that's like results...
That's right.
You can see.
That's right. Like she knows how to keep a man, which is like 100%. The thing that we've spoken about in our previous episodes, topics, is that women struggle to obviously keep a man, just like many coaches talk about. But yeah, that's crazy. Marie is convinced that feminism has brainwashed men and women into believing that the end count doesn't matter. But women nature will always prevail sooner or later, she tells me. And human male nature is to have less and less desire for a woman as her end count rises. Eventually, this is why slut shaming should come back in some way.
Yeah, 100%.
Eventually, this lack of desire will turn out to outright disgust. She gives the example of a smoking hot 10 out of 10 bombshell beauty who has had sex with 1,000 men. How many men will want to marry her? Very few. Why? Before anyone can respond, she continues, because women are the gatekeepers of sex. Sex is the main thing that men need from women. Therefore, it's the prime value that a woman has. Each time she gives this value to a man, her value is diminished.
Oof.
Preach on this.
Preach.
Go do it. No, you. This is why you have to be against cuties. You have to be against any movie that sexualizes young women and makes them more of like, more inclined to be to have a high end count when she's older. Because women should be virtuous and be pious and be like and follow some sort of religious sort of pathway.
Yeah, well, it's the strongest, as you said. It's the strongest value they have, and they just want to give it away.
Exactly. That's why
as foolish as a man giving all his money away to a girl.
If that 10 out of 10 had no, she'd only encountered like one. She's encountered thousands of men, but she's only had sex with one male. How many guys would want to like be with her for the rest of their life? It's crazy.
That would make them. This is how girls can keep a guy.
Exactly.
By being virtuous.
Exactly. But then that's actually playing into the hands of like, that would make her harder to keep because she's slept with less. She's going to probably she's going to have a better culture and a better mindset. But in terms of like that man, he's going to have to be on his game completely because she'll naturally will test him.
Oh, but she won't leave that much. If a girl slept with 1,000 guys,
imagine
how easy it would be for her just to like bounce and jump shit.
But women automatically have those tests. Like they subconsciously do it. So what I'm saying is a hot 10... how many more options is she going to have?
Yeah,
how many?
She doesn't perceive those options though.
No, I'm just saying.
Holds it back.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But you need to be the highest value man possible, like as in of yourself.
Yeah.
So anyway, keep going on. My mouse is stuffing up. The traditional wives movement is a small but growing internet phenomenon that developed as the female equivalent of the Red Pill, TRP. I didn't even know it was, I didn't even know they had all these these abbreviations. Yeah, I know. A Reddit community that the New Hampshire Republican State House member, Robert Fisher, anonymously founded under the nickname PK Atheist in 2012. Okay. Big shout out to Robert Fisher for being the Red Pill founder. TRP promised discussion of sexual strategy in a culture increasingly lacking a positive identity for men, encountered roughly 300,000 subscribers before being banned by Reddit in 2017 for its toxic, dehumanizing, and threatening content.
I was trying to find the Reddit. When I typed in Red Pill on Reddit, nothing was coming out. I'm like, that's pretty odd. You'd think it'd have a mad following, but obviously dehumanizing and threatening content.
How's it
toxic?
How's Red Pill?
Dude, Reddit's like full liberal feminist stuff.
What Red Pill are they talking about? Are they talking about Red Pill like...
No, women. But
how is it dehumanizing?
Like, Red Pill's like full... left liberal.
Yeah.
So like if they any real stuff they're trying.
But Red Pill. But anything that I've learned from Red Pill doesn't teach about treating a girl, like hitting them or abusing them or
even not validating. They're like, oh, that's dehumanizing. That's toxic.
What?
You're hurting her self-esteem.
Yeah, well, that's fucking overboard because not validating a girl just makes them more interested in you.
Yeah, I know, but
she
they
receives
don't see that. They're on the fan.
Yeah, I know, but that's over the top. That's bloody over the top.
Yeah,
If they,
I don't know if it was that, but
yeah,
like I think they used to talk about what the theory is about girls getting raped.
Oh, okay.
And liking getting raped.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like the rape fantasy that
Yeah.
girls don't mind, and why they have those thoughts.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can talk about that another day.
Anyway. Okay, so to finish, but the Red Pill is only one part of a much bigger misogynist online community. The so-called manosphere, which played a key role in the creation of the alt-right and is made up of a range of subcultures, from the secret seduction community of pickup artists, PUA, who seek to learn how to manipulate women's minds to get them into bed, and the anti-marriage community MGTOW, oh my God, which teaches men to stop caring about women, to the male supremacists, men's right activists, and the vengeful involuntary celibacy, incel, movement of men whose main goal is to punish the women they make responsible for their sexual frustration. That's fucking crazy. While these groups pursue different strategies to reconquer male power, pride and privilege, they all share an outright hostility towards feminism, liberalism, and modern gender roles. They ridicule movements like Me Too and denounce women's rights activists as feminazis. Dude, that's why some of these groups, like we've stated before, like Black Pill, they go too overboard. You don't need to be abusive in your language to people. If your group is all about being without women, why do you need to go and actually abuse another group? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
It's better to hold your tongue and just say what you think your opinion is. Like, our life without women is better. That's it.
Yeah, but the MGTOW anti-marriage, these things don't even affect women that much. Like anti-marriage, we're just trying to leave girls alone.
Exactly.
Teachers think I stop caring about women.
Yeah, how does that?
And it's like the vengeful. It's like the incel movement means you just don't want to have sex with girls, and they're like acting like it hurts them. Like, oh, what? Why are you disrespecting us by not wanting to have sex with us? And it's like, what do you mean? You act like you don't need men. And then the men's rights activists, how can you paint that in a bad way if it's men's rights activists? Yeah. It's like, how can you... It's like female rights activists, we don't say, oh, it's a bad movement. It's like, we're fighting for rights of men.
Yeah, exactly.
So how could that be painted as bad?
Yeah, exactly.
Like male supremacy.
Well, why is anti-marriage community MGTOW seen as bad when we're forced that way due to the constructs of society now and the agendas being pushed? Like, if it's all about women, if women have all the power now, or it's leaning towards women having all the power in the future, why would men want to get married?
Yeah, they don't, because it's too much of a tilted, rigged system where dudes will lose
everything. Still got more.
Yeah, bro.
Hang on.
Okay, continue.
After reading Angry White Men by Michael Kimmel, I was convinced this was an almost exclusively male phenomenon. But the more I spend immersing myself with the Red Pill women, and the more I understand that anti-feminist movements aren't just made up of men. Female men's right activists who want to return to traditional power roles and exaggerated notions of masculinity and femininity have adopted the rhetoric of the manosphere. Feminism is attacking the white male, the Russian-American alt activist Lana Lokhtif claimed on the white supremacist Radio 314.
Angry White Men by Michael Kimmel. Dude, that must be the most beta book of the 21st century.
Yeah, crazy. But I do like that women are actually standing by men.
Yeah, it's good, man. Because they understand,
And
that's what we got to do out here. We got to educate these women.
And that's women
with in the pill relationships.
But that's women that see that the traditional roles were actually had the pros in the traditional roles were probably outweighed the negatives.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll continue on. The Red Pill women community is open to all women wanting to improve themselves and their relationships, but it does have a few official rules. Most notably, Rule 5, no feminism. This is an anti-feminist community, and as such, we are not interested in being saved by feminism. Anybody stopping in to weigh in with the feminist perspective will be shown the door, as it is off topic.
So they're just saying we don't need to be victims, and we're all right as is. That's
great.
We don't need. That's saying we're fine.
That's right. I love it.
Which is good. That means they're happy in the way the system rolls.
No, they want everything that the Red Pill is teaching about men being the strongest version of themselves. That's what the women want. And they understand that Red Pill, our version of Red Pill, I don't know if I've never seen it in Red Pill, because Red Pill doesn't talk about raising other people up around you. But obviously these women must believe that these Red Pill community groups are going to raise them up as well.
Yeah.
As you're the best version of yourself as a man, you're going to also raise the best. You're also going to help the woman next to you or the women around you become the best version of themselves as well. That's great. Instead, conversations should be based on traditional evolutionary psychology or an anti-feminist premise. I've been learning and growing, becoming more virtuous through God's grace and learning to follow my husband and submit instead of making demands and arguing. It's beautiful, really. The biggest thing... Fuck, this girl's preaching. The biggest thing I've done is to just say yes. Yes to what he wants. Yes to what he is asked for and wants. One woman writes, after having been indoctrinated by the traditional wives for several weeks. No.
Is that the end of the thing?
Yeah, that's the end, bruh.
No, it can't be.
It is, bruh. It is,
Right,
bruh.
so she's...
This is what I get from it. She understands that, just like in the Cuties movie, those women that sit there and they're praying to each other and they're saying, we need to be pious, we need to, be by our man's side. We're not, just because we're men now and we're speaking about this, we're not trying to be biased. We're trying to just tell them that a sad man, like a sad woman, a man can make them happy, but a woman can't make a sad man happy, generally. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when a man's sad, if he's not on his purpose and he's not growing, he's not his strongest version of himself, she won't be able to she won't be able to raise him up to her level.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It sounds very odd, but a girl that's virtuous and a girl that stands by God's grace and, stands by her husband, they're going to be better for it.
Yeah, so this girl has only been in the traditional wives for a little bit of a week.
Yeah.
So she must have just learned about Red Pill.
But they're saying indoctrinated. Like, it's like...
she's trying to make it seem bad.
Bad, yeah.
But she's been there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And what she's saying is that she's getting less stress and she's happy now.
That's right.
Which is interesting because they're trying to paint it in a bad way when this girl's saying... It's like saying, I had this delicious cheesecake.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, yeah, but it's like, it's worse, overcooked. So
yeah.
It's like, he liked it. Why are you trying to tell him how he feels?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like saying, indoctrinating is traditional worse. But they're all saying it's good. They're all vouch for it.
Yeah.
Have you tried it? Why don't you try it so then you can review it instead of judging them on the Red Pill Women ideologies.
That's right.
Red Pill ideologies.
You
without
can't
actually trying to go that route.
And it'd be funny if the girl that's actually saying that she's been indoctrinated, has she actually even experienced herself?
No. Well, it seems not.
That's what I'm saying. She might
she's been doubting it. She said she went undercover, but she hasn't actually attempted to try it.
So she might not have even experienced like a high value male.
And I wonder if this girl's single as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So
she's probably single writing.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So every topic we ever read about this sort of stuff is always going to be biased in some sense.
Yeah.
To their own experiences. You're never going to have a non-biased article unless it's peer reviewed and you've got like 9 people writing on it from different so you've got different perspectives from men and women. But I like what this. I like
maybe
this.
We'll check out this. We'll maybe hit this girl up.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. Okay. We're going. We're scrolling up. What's her name?
She lost weight. Yeah.
What's her name? Julia Ebner.
That was on March.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. Might actually hit her up and see where she find it because she lost weight. So she was listening to it maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I should lose weight. Maybe I should listen to it and then bag it.
Yeah.
But I reckon she might find a guy and then she might by now.
Yeah.
This is like what 7 months ago.
Yeah.
So she might be keen.
Yeah.
By now.
But the thing is, it's like they take the women. Like, what I get from this article as well is that they understand what they need to do to be at a certain level to get a guy.
Yeah,
but then as soon as they
and they don't respect the guy enough to follow his lead.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. But then, and they only do enough to get the guy, and then that's it. And then when they don't do any more, that's when trouble sort of happens. So that's when relationships fail. Because women can't, if women get, like they do, and like many relationships I've experienced, if women don't maintain or grow or try to improve themselves, men will naturally just feel unattracted. Women feel unattracted for different reasons. Like, I feel unattracted if my...
That happens like the same thing though. Like, if you get in a relationship and then you become comfortable, girl might put on 5 kilos, guy might put on 5 kilos, but the guy might stop doing other things, like grinding on other stuff, other projects that he had, and spend time with her.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah, I guess.
But
anyway, that's a good little article.
Yeah, so that's been interesting, and that opened our eyes to the Red Pill women community.
Anyway, so once again, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this article about women, returning to traditional roles. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, bring it back, hell yeah.
Bring it back.
Get keen to make them keen.
There's nothing wrong with looking after your family and being that person that brings the shows love in the family and teaches love, teaches support. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's keen.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Get keen, bro. Stay keen.